And, oh yeah, bringing ourselves to our chair and sitting ourselves in our chair. And as always, if you have an injury or an illness or anything going on where you need the full support of the chair, always feel free to use it. You can always be using the back of the chair. Otherwise, challenge yourself to take yourself away from the back of the chair so that you are engaging your core the whole time. And as well, if you don't want to use a chair, you can be doing most of this, much of this, all of this without a chair. You could do it on the floor, you can do it standing, you can do it up against a wall. So all of this can work however you need it to work for you today, this present moment. All right, so sitting ourselves up tall. Maybe you're rocking yourself a little bit from side to side or front to back. Maybe you're just now sitting down, slowing the brain movement down, slowing those thoughts, and bringing our breath into a nice slow, like inhale and exhale as well. We'll add that in just a moment, but let's start off by imagining that you can visualize your spine. So stack those vertebrae, one on top of the other, tailbone press down into the chair, and then each vertebrae stacking, and then the crown of the head is lifting and lengthening. So we get a nice long neck here. So we've got a super tall spine, long neck, and let's roll those shoulders. So let's get a nice big shoulder roll, and you can have those arms involved as much as you want in the shoulder roll. It can be as small or as big as feels necessary and good for you. And let's roll the other direction. So whichever way you were going, roll that out the other way. Very good. And then let's focus on one shoulder. So go ahead and roll that right shoulder. Doesn't matter which way you're going to roll it because we'll do the other way in a second. And then same shoulder, right shoulder, go ahead and roll that the opposite direction. Let's go left side. Roll that out. And this is where our body awareness starts to come in. We're like, oh, recognizing maybe one side feels different than the other. Change direction on that left side. Or maybe not, maybe both sides. Maybe it all feels good. Rolling that out, both of those shoulders, rolling that forward. Good, let's inhale and sweep this up. Big sun breath, reach up through that. Oh, that feels good. And exhale that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. And again, big deep inhale. And this time, as we exhale, let's go ahead and take our arms behind us. So you're either going to hold on to the back of the chair, clasp your hands behind you, or hold on to the back of the seat of the chair. Just opening our chest, opening our shoulders right here. And I feel this a little bit in my elbows today, elbows and wrists, because I'm holding on to my hands. So I'm like, oh, yeah, let's go ahead and look to the left and look to the right. Head back to neutral, drop our chin to chest. Oh yeah, back of the neck right there. And then take those eyes to sky. And then head back to neutral. Good, let's release our arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop our right hand down to the right side of the seat of the chair. Lean this over. Oh yeah, let's keep that left glute, left foot, left leg, trying to root into that chair. It can be easy when we're leaning to kind of put all of our weight over here on the right. Let's try and center that weight into our glutes and legs, but still be able to get that nice reach. Oh, that's good. Let's inhale and sweep this to center. And then let's exhale, drop that left hand down. And same thing, let's keep that right leg, right glute, right hip. Oh, seated into the chair and get that leaning over to the left. Good torso lean, good reach for the arm, good stretch right here for tricep. Very nice. And bring this to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale this out. Let's take that left arm across to that right thigh, outside of the right thigh. And we can reach our right hand behind us. And let's do our little spinal twist right here. Don't worry, we'll get bigger spinal twists, but just this nice initial one. Breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale. Good. Let's take that right arm across to that left thigh. Left hand reaches behind to the back of the chair or hold on to the seat of the chair. Just that little twist here. Add in that breath. Inhale. And exhale. Very good. Bring this to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's clasp those hands at the top. Press our palms towards the ceiling. Lengthen up right here. So reaching up through our arms, reaching up through our torso. So still imagining that spine is nice and long. That tailbone is pressed down into the seat of the chair. Let's breathe this here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Good. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. One more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale, big sigh out. Very nice. We can release the clasped hands. Our fingers are reaching for the sky. Let's walk our legs over to the right. Let's take our hands to the back of the seat of the chair. And use your hands and the back of the chair as leverage to get a very nice spinal twist here. So you get to get into that deeper twist right here, just by using that back of the chair to leverage yourself into that. Oh my goodness. You might go comfortably uncomfortable here. This can open up so many things. Let's add in that breath to expand that torso. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. So good. Reach those arms back up to the center, back up to the ceiling. Reach up through that. Let's walk our legs to center and then walk those legs over to the left. And let's do that same spinal twist on this other side, using the back of the seat of the chair and using those arms to leverage that. That is so good. This is one of my favorite things. Let's add in that breath to expand that torso. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Yeah, inhale it again. And nice big exhale. You can feel that in so many places. Very good. Reach up through those arms. Bring this back to center. Very nice. Bring our arms out in front of us and let's go stop hands right here. Fingers pointed down and fingers pointing up. Fingers pointing down and fingers pointing up. Let's rotate wrists and rotate the other way. Good. Open this up so we see our arms in our peripheral vision. So we're not way out here. It's a nice wide V. Take our palms up, make some fists, roll our knuckles in. I love that forearm stretch right there. Because how often do we ever stretch our forearms? Right here. Let's do that bicep curl and that exaggerated bicep curl. And we'll do our seated cat and cow. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and arch that back, open that chest, and that feels really good too. Oh my goodness. And then let's go ahead and round this, elbows together. Let's inhale and open. Exhale and round. 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 Inhale and open. And exhale and round. Good, bring this back to neutral. Sit ourselves up tall, opening this up, pressing our palms or pushing, our palms are facing down, and then let's press our arms down. Very good. Roll those shoulders back and roll the shoulders forward. Good, inhale and sweep this up, reach, and then exhale, release our arms to our sides. Place your blocks where you want them because we're gonna be going into our seated sun salutations. And if you need a pillow between your belly and thighs, if you've got some low back stuff going on or some hip flexor stuff going on, grab whatever you need to help support your practice. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, diving it down and over, and enjoy the seated forward fold. Maybe you're looking at your knees, your ankles, your feet. Maybe you're looking at the back of your chair. I'm looking at the floor, the back of my chair, just enjoying that fold over. Got hands on blocks. Let's inhale, lengthen through our arms. So pressing into those blocks or your shins if you're not using blocks or whatever you're using for height here. You can have push-up stands, those work too. So we're lengthening right here, and then let's release this into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, big sun breath up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's hold our lengthening here. Let's press our right hand into that block. Let's take our left hand to our lowest rib or our waist, and we're going to open. We're going to do 3 times on each side, so that we're going to do levels here. So at first, we're just going to have that hand on the waist, and we're just going to open to the left. Just focusing on that, like almost 100% on that torso. A little bit on that because we're using our elbow to kind of open that. We're getting a little shoulder here. We'll get more of that shoulder and that arm on our next 2. But this one, oh, just focusing so much on that torso. And let's release this back into that nice forward fold. Inhale and lengthen here. Exhale and release. Good. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. We're going to take it to the other side. Inhale and lengthen. Press our left hand into block. Right hand goes to our waist or lowest rib. Maybe using that elbow to open that up a little bit, but focusing hugely on our torso, on our torso rotation. This side is tighter for me. I feel it because my glute wants to lift up on this side. So we're just recognizing that, but knowing that by our 3rd time around, things are going to feel a lot better. Good. Let's go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Hold this here. Press our right hand into block. And now we're going to use our arm. So lifting our left arm up. Maybe you're only going to go halfway for the second one because remember we have 3. So if you want to go do a halfway, you can. Or maybe you're opening this all the way up if your mobility and flexibility is allowing you to. Maybe the second time around, it's still like, not yet. Listening to your body and knowing that you have time. You've got time and you've got breath to help you with this. Let's breathe it here. And then as we exhale, let's just bring it back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's keep our left hand pressed into that block. Let's open to the right side. Body awareness, recognizing how are you feeling on this side as compared to the other side. Maybe this side is your easy side. Maybe this side is more difficult. Just recognizing that, not fixing it, not trying to fix it. Awareness, just recognizing, knowing that this is very normal because we live everyday lives and we use one arm and one leg and one side of our bodies more than we do the other. That's very normal. Go ahead and release this back into that fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Press our right hand into that block. Our 3rd time around. Yeah, opening that up, breathing it here. And maybe there's a little more flexibility, mobility. Could just be a tiny itsy bitsy bit. And that is fine. That is good. That's what we do this for, this breath with these movements. Good. Let's go ahead and release this back into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Left hand's going to stay down, pressed into that block. Right arm opens. This one is the minuscule. I feel a tiny bit more flexibility or mobility. Breathing it here. So good. Inhale. And as we exhale, let's release this into that forward fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale our hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale our hands to heart. Let's keep ourselves here. I'm scooting myself a little bit forward because we're going to do that hip hinge. Sit ourselves up even taller. And let's go ahead and inhale it deeply. As we exhale, let's hinge and twist right there. That elbow, that tricep going right, right to that hip, or right to that quadricep, that left quadricep. So right elbow, right tricep to that left quadricep. That is the bullseye. If you can't get it there, that's fine. That's just the bullseye so that you can get that spinal twist there. That's what this is for, this nice torso spinal twist. Breathing it. Inhaling and exhaling. So good. Very nice. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Bring those hands to prayer. Exhale our hands to heart. Good. Sit ourselves up tall again. Super tall. Maybe I scooted myself back, so now I have to scoot myself back forward. Let's inhale it deeply here. As we exhale, we hinge and we twist. Yes, this side, of course. Maybe for you, same thing, or maybe it's the other side for you, but one side probably won't go as far as the other, or it feels like it doesn't. It might. Just to you, it feels like it's not. Very normal, very, very, very normal. That's why we do this. That's why we do this practice, this breath, this movement, this strengthening, this stretching. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And let's bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. And let's release our arms to our sides. Very good. All right, legs, legs, legs. We can move those blocks out of the way. We have got our staff pose that we are coming to. Now you might be doing a single leg staff pose, so maybe your right leg, or you might be doing double leg, or you might be on the floor and have both of your legs out on the floor. Let's lengthen up right here, reaching up through this, and let's breathe. Let's keep our feet super flexed as well. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Releasing our arms down. Now, go ahead and point those toes and flex our feet. Okay, point our toes again and flex our feet again. We're going to do that at the end of our curls and extensions, but I just wanted to wake that up a little bit. All right, so you're either holding onto your chair or hands are resting on your thighs, and we're going to go into our hamstring curl and leg extension. So focusing on strength here. So curl this in and extend. Here's 8, curl this in, and extend. Here's 7, curl this in, and extend. Here's 6, curl this in, and extend. There's 5, curl this in, and extend. There's 4, curl this in, and extend. There's 3, curl this in, and extend. There's 2, curl this in, and let's hold our extension. And now we get to point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex. Good. We can release our left leg, scoot ourselves forward. Let's go into a one-legged boat pose. So we're leaning ourselves back. You might be on the very front edge, trying not to use the back of the seat of our chair. Let's breathe it here. Inhale and exhale it out. One more time. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And let's take it into our hip flexor, piriformis figure 4 stretch right here. Not worried about our posture yet, just focusing on this nice big stretch that we just got into. My goodness, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Sitting ourselves up tall. Oh. And maybe your hips are tight. Maybe you've got tight hip flexors. Maybe they're very loose. But just waking that up, warming that up, we tend to hold a lot in our hips. Our hips, our lower backs, our neck, and our traps. So, all right, let's scoot ourselves back to the back of the seat of our chair. So now we get to use the back of the chair. Yay! And we've got our nice posture. We're sitting up tall. We're going to add our breath with a hinge forward to get deeper into this hip flexor stretch. So let's inhale it deeply. As we exhale, we hinge this forward, leading with our chin, leading with our chest. Inhale it up tall, and exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall, and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall, and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall, and exhale, hinge. Good. Maybe holding this hinge. Maybe you're able to get a little deeper here and do a normal breathing pattern right here as we're holding this hinge. So inhaling and exhaling, not holding that breath. Very good. Bring ourselves up tall. Oh yeah. And let's take this into half shoelace. So we'll take our right heel to the left corner of the chair. And you can wrap that left arm around, or you can be holding on to that shin, or that arm can be wrapped underneath. So whatever feels the best for you, but as long as you're not holding onto your kneecap. We want to turn this to the right. Oh yeah. And getting a nice hip stretch here. There we go. And breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good. Let's twist this to the other side. So twisting the other way. Breathe it here and exhale it out. And bring this to center. Good. Give that a big hug. But let's cross our legs. Let's go into some eagle legs. Eagle legs. And we've got our legs crossed. You can be working on the pinky toe or blade of the foot gluing to the outside of the calf, or maybe you are working on your ankle flexibility, mobility, and are able to wrap that foot all the way around. So we've got these nice eagle legs centering our weight. Let's open those arms up, and we've got our right leg over our left. So let's take our right arm over our left arm as we give ourselves a nice big hug. So hugging ourselves here. Let's glue those elbows together and eagle arms. So maybe the backs of the hands glued together, or again, if you can wrap, try and work on that wrap right here. And we're going to do a couple breaths in this supporting eagles pose. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Go ahead and open up those arms, release that, and let's uncross those legs and shake that out. So good. All right, we've scooted ourselves away. Let's keep ourselves away, and we're going to go into staff pose on the other side if you were doing one leg, or both legs again. Reaching up through those arms. Nice staff pose. Let's inhale it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale and exhale out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Super strong. This is such a difficult and challenging pose. Release those arms down. I know. I scream in my brain every time I do this because it's really hard. Let's go hamstring curl and leg extension. Let's curl this in and extend this out. Now we're going to count it. Curl this in, and here is 8. Curl this in, and here is 7. Hamstring curl and extension, there's 6. Curl it in and extend, there's 5. Curl it in and extend, there's 4. Curl this in and extend, there's 3. Curl this in and extend, there's 2. And curl this in, and we're going to hold this extension. That's 1. Good. Let's point those toes and flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Point those toes, flex those feet. Point those toes, flex those feet. Point those toes and flex those feet. Good. Right leg is going to release. Scoot ourselves forward. Keep our left leg lifted. That quadricep, it might be burning. Mine is. Let's take it into a single leg boat and breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. So good. And I never do, but I'm looking forward to the piriformis stretch because that was burning. Take that foot right to that thigh. And right into that figure 4, that piriformis stretch. Goodness gracious. Right there, so good. So I was listening to this lecture by a doctor on protein, and it was very good, but he was talking at the end, he was talking about, she was saying, you know, with protein, exercise recommendations, that sort of thing, and he said anybody, any woman or man over 40, the best exercise that you can do is yoga and Pilates because it is resistance exercise, but it is also stretching and breathing. It is so good for our bodies. So you have it built in. You do this all the time. So just know that you are doing good things. It can be difficult, and sometimes it's like, oh, yoga again, or this again, or this. It's so good for you, so important, so vital, and it is the right thing. So we're just finding that. Oh, good. Let's scoot ourselves back to the back of the seat of the chair. We'll add in that breath and that movement, that hinge. So let's inhale it deeply here and exhale, hinge this forward. And you're like, how is it resistance? Right here, this is resistance. The things that we do with the breath and the movement, resistance. Let's inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Goodness. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. And inhale it up tall and exhale, hinge. Oh man, just keep it here and keep that breath going. I wanted to hold it. That's why I said it, to remind myself too, to keep breathing as we are in this hinge. So good. All right, bringing ourselves back to neutral or lengthened spine against the back of the seat of the chair. And let's take this into that half shoelace. So heel's going to go over to the corner of the chair. Let's go ahead and wrap that arm or hold on to the shin, because that's your strong bone right there, that shin bone, or you can hook it underneath, but just not on that kneecap. We don't want to hold on to that knee joint. And just that nice twist. This side's so much easier than the other side. Good. And how is it feeling for you? Where are you feeling this at? And does it feel different on this side than it does on the other side? Again, recognizing awareness, but not trying to judge or fix. It's just the awareness of the curiosity. It's very good. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And let's twist it the other way. Oh, yeah. Nice twist right there. So good. Add that breath. And bring this to center and eagle legs. Let's take this forward. If you were able to wrap on the other side, try and wrap on this side. You might not be able to, but try and do that. Remember, we're trying to do the same thing on both sides of the body. If you were not able to wrap, that's okay. Think about that super glue. It's attached to the outside blade of your foot or your pinky toe, and you're gluing it to this outside of your calf. Otherwise, you're working on that twist around. So we've got our left leg on top of our right. We're centering ourselves. Let's open our arms up. Now our left arm over that right. Let's reach back for a nice big hug and then glue those elbows. Backs of the hands or wrapping right here. And we've got 2 breaths. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Big deep inhale. And big exhale out. So good. Very nice. Opening that up. Release that down. Uncross that. Shake that out. Very good. Bring ourselves over to the side. Let's take ourselves into a supported crescent. Supported crescent stretch. So we're going to take our leg behind us, keep our heel lifted, lengthening through our back legs. So good. I love this calf stretch right here, but also this nice groin stretch, because not only is it the hip flexor, but now we're just getting lower abdominals, that groin all the way down into that quadricep. Let's reach up through this. So lengthening, and it's that automatic back bend. Yep, it's just built in right there. So good. Let's drop our right hand down to the right side of the chair and let's lengthen over. Reach up through that. So from our fingers all the way down through chest, through abdominals, through that groin, through that hip flexor, through that quadricep, down into that back calf and that heel, ankle, Achilles, all of that. So good. Maybe you're looking up at the hand. Maybe your neck is neutral, or maybe you're looking down. Whatever feels most supportive for you today in this moment. Good. And then let's go ahead and kind of windmill this so that we are changing that direction. Really good. And maybe you're working on a little neck mobility. So maybe you're looking to the side, or maybe you can look back behind you, looking back towards your heel, or maybe back over your shoulder. Breathing this, using that breath. Always that expansion of that torso, super helpful. And then bring this back to center. Let's take this and we'll do more of a lateral stretch now. So let's take our right leg up onto the seat of the chair. Our left leg is off to the side. Ankle is neutral, or however you want it to be. It can be in, out, neutral. Let's lengthen up through the center here. Very good. And we're going to drop our right hand again. Right hand drops down and let's reach. Now we get more of that side stretch. Right through the side body, reaching through that. Maybe you're again looking up at fingers or down at the floor, or your neck is neutral. Good. And let's windmill this. So windmill that. And reaching this over, and remember to place your hand somewhere safe. So not on that kneecap. That is not safe. We want our hand either on our outer thigh, hamstring, or if you're super flexible, maybe your hand is down on your calf, but just not, we don't want it on that kneecap. And we don't want to be putting a lot of pressure on that either. That feels really good. Very nice. All right, let's turn this into our supported pigeon. Front leg is getting that wonderful, wonderful stretch, that 90-degree angle stretch right here. Reach up through this. Good. Breathe through this. And we add in our forward fold. So multiple levels for that forward fold. You can be on the hands, you can be on the elbows, or you can be folding all the way forward. I like to use a block and going all the way forward, but my block is a little lower than normal. I'm challenging myself today. Also because I feel a little more flexible in my hips. So I'm like, okay, I'll go a little bit lower on my block. Usually I have it at the tall height. And it is challenging, and maybe your foot's starting to fall asleep. But breathing this here, inhaling and exhaling, and trying to go to that maybe comfortably uncomfortable, but not pain. That's our challenge, is the being comfortably uncomfortable. Hormetic stress. All right, lifting, and that's the good stress. Lifting ourselves up, lengthening up through that. Hormetic stress is what gets us moving, what builds muscle, what builds strength. Good, let's release this. And let's take ourselves into our warrior two legs. That right knee, front knee is bent. Back leg, left leg is straight. Let's lengthen through our arms. Find ourselves in our nice strong warrior two. Warrior two legs, warrior two torso, warrior two arms, faces relaxed. Breathe it here. Inhale and exhale. Drop our back arm. Take our right palm up and reverse warrior. Again, we've got that safety hand. So our hand is not on our kneecap. It's on the back of our hamstring or on our calf. And breathing in this reverse warrior. And then let's take ourselves into side angle. Left arm, bicep is right close to our temple, our forehead. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Really good. Bring ourselves back up. Warrior two. Very strong. Breathing. Inhale and exhale it out. Release that. So good. All right. Everything we just did on that left side, we're going to take it over to the right side. So taking it over, taking our right leg behind us so that we get into that crescent on the right side. Place that block there for when we need it. All right. Lengthening up through this. So good. This crescent feels really good. Feels really good for a calf stretch today. I'm trying to think. I did something different yesterday because my calves are feeling it. It's good. All right, let's take that left hand down, reaching this over. Good. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. So good. So this nice lengthening from our fingers all the way again down through that chest, through those abdominals, through that groin, through that hip flexor, down into that quadricep, back into the calf and the heel. Let's windmill this and turn this. And again, maybe you're looking to the side or maybe working on some neck mobility. I know this side for sure, I need to work on it. So I'm gonna look back either over my shoulder or back towards my heel. And breathe. Sometimes that's not available and sometimes that can cause pain, and that's okay. So you don't need to go that far. Just look where it feels okay and where like a nice neutral neck. Breathe it here and exhale it out. Good. Let's bring this back to center. Let's take that left leg up onto the seat of the chair. Right leg off to the side, right foot, right ankle, neutral. Let's bring this to center. Reach this up. So good. Breathing through that, lengthening up through those arms. lengthening up through that torso. Let's take that left hand down to the left side of the seat of the chair again, and let's reach this over and breathe. So now it's more of that side stretch. I love this one. From those fingers all the way down to the furthest place. So maybe your heel is the furthest away, or maybe your toes are the furthest away, just depending on how your ankle is flexed. And breathe. Good, let's windmill this and take this over. And again, that hand is somewhere safe, so not on that kneecap. It's either on that quadricep, hamstring, or calf, but not on the knee joint. And breathe. Very nice. And then let's release that. Let's turn this into that supported pigeon. Back heel lifted, lengthening, reach up through this. Good. And we'll add in that forward fold. And the goal is, however you fold it on the other side, you want to do that same thing over here. So my goal is to go down further this time. So you're either on your hands, you're on your elbows, or you are all the way forward. And yeah, down a little bit further today. Oh, and that feels good in that back, and the shoulders and the back rib cage. So nice. Breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale it out. Good. Maybe it feels good for you to nod your head or shake your head. That always feels good. Good, let's go ahead and bring this back up, breathe this back up and breathe it. So bring it up, reach it up right here. So good, and then release that. We're gonna take it into our warrior two legs, then warrior two. So that left knee is bent, left leg is nice and strong, right leg is lengthened, and right leg is strong as well. We've got our weight centered and strong warrior two arms. So strong feet, strong legs, strong torso, strong chest, strong arms, strong neck, face is relaxed. Good. Nice strong warrior two. Let's drop our back arm, left palm up, reverse. Oh yeah. Breathe it here. Good, just recognizing where you're feeling things at. And then let's take it into side angle, bringing this over, lengthening through that bicep right on that temple, that forehead, and breathing. And bring ourselves back up. Warrior two, strong, proud warrior. So good. And release that. Nice. All right. Wide-legged torso twist. So taking our blocks to the inside of our feet, let's go with our right hand on that right block. And let's twist this open. That feels really good. Nice breath here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Let's do one more breath here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. Bring this to center. We can reach that arm up. And let's go ahead and switch sides. So let's take our left hand down. Right arm is open. Breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. So good. Let's bring this up center. And then release that. Very nice. Bring our feet together. Let's place our blocks where we want them because we're going to go into standing forward fold. We're going to go seated first though. Let's inhale and sweep this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Our hands are right there on our blocks or on your shins or whatever you're using for height, or on the floor if you're super flexible or if you have long arms. Let's go ahead and take our glutes up off the chair. and lift ourselves into a standing forward fold. Oh yeah, feels really, really good. Lengthening through the backs of those legs, all the way glutes to hamstrings, down into those calves, down into those ankles. So good. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat in the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off the chair, lengthening through those legs. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Take a seat in the chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Lift our glutes up off the chair, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Now, while we're in the standing forward fold, we've got our hands on our blocks or on your shins. We're going to keep our right hand on our block. We're going to open that left arm up. Now, you may not feel like you get open at all, and that's okay. Oh, but that feels good. And then release that and relax. Relax that, relax that, relax that. Maybe nod that head yes, or shake that head no. Let's press our left hand into that block. Lift our right arm up. And again, maybe it feels like it doesn't go very far at all. That's okay. Because our levers are, well, yeah, our levers are shortened. Our lengthening is, our feet are together. That's what I'm trying to say. Good, go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Let's take our feet wide. And I'll show you the difference. So we've got our feet nice and wide here. So now our levers are wide and it's going to be a little easier for our twisting. So let's press that right hand into, actually let's do a forward fold or a tabletop here first. So let's inhale, flat back, look forward, and then we can release that. Good. Press our right hand into block. And now, do you see how you can get some more twisting and opening with those legs nice and wide? Just the difference. And it also adds that inner thigh. Good, go ahead and release and relax. Inhale and lengthen, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Let's take that left hand into that block and open to the right. Oh, it's such a different move. You have those legs close together. It's a lot more difficult. Oh, and breathe it here. Inhale. And exhale it out. Good, release that. Let's walk our feet in, heel toe, so that they are together now, so that we're in that regular standing forward fold. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Now, our head has been kind of low, so take this one nice and slow. Let's inhale and sweep this up into a tall mountain. So take that as slow as you need to so that you don't get dizzy. Exhale our cactus arms back behind us. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale, cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift up. And then release our arms to our sides. Very nice. All right, we're going to take ourselves down onto the floor. We've got our modified shoulder stand, so our inversion. And then we've got our final relaxation. So grabbing all of the things that you need for those things. If you need blocks for your modified shoulder stand, if you need an eye pillow, blankets, whatever you need. But you are either scooting yourself very close to your chair. We're going to take our legs up on our chair. Or if you want your legs up against a wall, you can do that as well. So scooting ourselves up close to that chair, taking our legs up onto the seat of the chair. Or you are scooting your glutes up close to the wall, taking your legs up against the wall if you need support for those legs today. Let's go ahead and take our block or your stiff pillows, whatever you're using for support underneath your back. So we're taking that right underneath our sacrum. So right underneath that low back, that tailbone area. And let's go ahead and have our palms facing up, arms out to our side. And we're gonna go ahead and lift those legs up into the air. And maybe you're pointing and flexing your feet or rotating your ankles, or you are just finding some stillness here. Or maybe you're working on some outer inner thigh flexibility. So you're letting your legs go wide or bringing feet together, knees apart. Whatever you want to play with during this time, during this inversion time. It is up to you. Our goal, our only goal here is that we have our feet above our heart, above our head. So that is our goal. We're changing the circulation. We're changing the mindset. This is one of those poses, one of those things that if you're like, I'm stuck, my brain is stuck. Maybe you're working on something really hard or there's something really difficult going on and you're just stuck and you're looping in the same thoughts. Just get yourself down on the floor and put your legs above your head. You don't have to do it in front of people, but it can be very helpful. Change of perspective, change of circulation. So helpful for that mindset. And just being in this practice and knowing that your body can do this gives you confidence for throughout the day. If you're like, something's going on and you're like, excuse me, I need to go somewhere you need to excuse yourself to a different room so you can put your legs above your head. It's okay, you can do that. You can do that. It's available to you. It's just about being confident in it and knowing that it will be helpful. And then you come back and they're like, wow, you look like a different person. You're like, I am a different person. My circulation is back. My mindset is back. My thoughts are strong. Good, just breathing this here. Inhaling and exhaling. Enjoying the legs above the head, above the heart. And this is one of those poses again that you can be doing for a long time. It's not unsafe. It is okay to do. Breathing, breathing. Inhale it and exhale it. Use that breath. Maybe you're able to be slowing down that breath because we're slowly moving towards that final relaxation. So yeah, slowing our breath down, slowing that breathing down, super good. Let's go ahead and release one leg, release the other leg. Very nice. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh, and go ahead and press that inner thigh away. So pressing that right inner thigh away with that right hand. And release that. Good. Let's switch sides. Take that left ankle to that right thigh, press that inner left thigh away. And release that. Oh, that was very good. And if you've got a block underneath you, you can now move that. We can scoot that chair away, and we're going to bring ourselves into our final relaxation. So we're going to lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room, and we're going to reach through our arms and our fingers towards the other end of the room. Really lengthening through that. Maybe you've got a yawn or two in you, and that's super good. That gets extra oxygen throughout your body. Just reach through those arms, reach through those legs. Let's take a big deep inhale here. And then with our exhale, allow yourself to just sink, to just settle. Let those feet just fall open. Arms are open off to the side. Relax that face. Relax that jaw or release that jaw. Maybe you are like, what, my jaw? Yeah, release it. Just let that jaw relax. Relax your eyes. Let your eyeballs fall back to the back of your skull. Relax eyebrows, forehead, scalp. Relax and release the entire body, allowing ourselves to sink, to settle, slowing everything down. Still relaxing, let's bend our knees. And maybe flatten that low back into towards the floor. And let's drop both of our knees over to our most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side and breathe it here, a few breaths. And we'll begin to press ourselves up, bring ourselves up into a seated pose that feels supportive, strong, and comfortable for you. Sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through our spine. Ooh, crown of the head lifting. So good. Let's inhale, sweep this up. Big inhale up. Bring our hands together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. Good. Lift that head center. Take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today and speak with others, let us speak words of love. And take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale. And big deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.